Yo YouTube, it's your girl Miss Tri-State coming with another motherfucking video for that ass. But before I start, hit that subscribe button. What's up my YouTube people? I know it's been a minute since I did a video. I need to do better. I am going to do better. It's just that I feel like the tea ain't coming fast enough for me. And y'all already know my main character to talk about is Blueface and ChrisseanRock. So the last reports they've been talking about is they had a video of Blueface showing her bald spot in her hair, talking about she was saying that he pulled her hair when he was chasing her to get his phone back. And then he broke the bathroom door when he was trying to get his phone. And it's funny because I'm a Twitter finger person. So I be on Twitter and we be going back and forth. And then, you know, everybody was like, yeah, he probably just trying to hide the fact that he was talking to men talking to men. And I was like, what? Y'all think Blueface is on the DL? People was like, man, you'd be surprised. But you know what? It's crazy. You will be surprised what man or what artists or athletes or whatever would be on the DL. I mean, nowadays you can barely tell who's on the DL, who's not. A lot of people, I don't know if they still do it, but you know, a lot of people perpetrate. Like, they'll be with a woman just to cover up their tracks so that way their family don't know, their family understand. Because some people family don't understand that gay life and everything else like that. And nothing against the gay community. I love y'all. Kisses to y'all. But it's just a conflicted world nowadays because you don't know if these straight men are straight or not. And that was one of the things we was going back and forth on Twitter. And they was like, yeah, he probably on a DL, talking to some men, da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know, YouTube. What y'all think? What y'all think about that? I'm not going to go into that, but people was saying that he might be on the DL. I mean, Chrisean do act like a little boy sometimes, so maybe he like them little boyish little girls or something. Anyway, back to their story. So I guess she's been trying to get into his phone for the last weeks or so, because they keep having incidents about her going through his phone. And they had another public incident. They're out and about. Blueface reported that ChrisseanRock took his phone and she ran. So instead of him chasing her at first, he asked one of his homies to go check it, go get his phone, because he wasn't trying to do all that stuff out in public. He didn't want to go back and forth with her. So his homie went to go try to get the phone, but the homie was like, yo, dog, I ain't got time for this shit. No, that's you, man. You get that. So Blueface said he went to go get his phone. At this point, ChrisseanRock had ran into a bar or a restaurant that was closing. So that's what kind of led up to her getting arrested. It wasn't really because of the fight that they was having. It was the fact that she went into this bar that was trying to close, and they was asking her to please leave the leave. They said, we're currently closing. We don't want nobody in here. You have to go. But instead, she's playing around hiding. Blueface said she running behind the bar or under the stools and in between the tables and all that stuff, just trying to do little stuff to get away from him because she's trying to get into his phone. So he said eventually he get to her. He tell her, like, look, let's go. I ain't trying to do this. They want us out. We gotta go. But at that time, she's like, man, fuck you. Whatever she see in his phone, she's like, fuck you, dog. And she had to give him a couple of bops in that motherfucking face. Blueface took it out of the chair. I give him his props. Cause most niggas won't take that. No, Blueface, I give you your props. You was a strong individual at that moment. Cause most men, they had reflect and hit a bit, bitch, a couple times, but I'm glad he didn't. I don't support violence, y'all. I'm just saying, she just got lucky with that situation. So I guess like a couple days later or so, ChrisseanRock finally went live. I guess she was just getting out of jail from this whole incident. So back to getting her locked up, it wasn't because of her fighting with Blueface. She got locked up because she trespassed into a bar. So they ended up calling the cops because they wanted them to leave and she wouldn't leave. So that was the whole incident of her getting locked up. So when she got out of jail, of course she with the bull. She with her boo Blueface. He all laid out in the seat in her lap and shit like that.
Story time. Basically, we good. We lit. We have. But I see something out the corner of my eye. I snatched. I run away. Reed went to the phone. That's crazy. He approached me. He like tried to get me by my braids. Just stay. You feel me? Like, don't touch me. You playing. Then. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And oh, he want to break up now. And that, it's more like, alright, we came out to a city to support me, get this bag that I'm finna give to us. So it's like, alright, be on your best behavior. You feel me? This bro, and then the bitch so easy. She got at my bitch like, hey, what's up with you though? Hey, like she grabbed it like, talking about nigga. That's how she was knocking at my then it's not like, even, damn. It's not she was aggressive that, too. She like with your little friend. Just with PM, it goes out of your the messages with. I was looking like, damn. Like, I'm like, damn, really playing with my. Like. She was in there trying to knock. You know, Hennessy had on. Like, remember when I was like, he playing with me like. Story time.
And she explained, she was like, yeah, like she's somewhere trying to, you know, get that bag for them and yada yada yada, and he supposed to be there to support her. And she go through his phone and she said he texting the Snow Bunny and his baby mama. Do that surprise anybody? I don't know, Christian. First of all, boo boo, you need to look at Twitter. You need to look at my little YouTube stuff, baby girl, because I've been trying to tell you that man don't care about you. He don't love you. You his fucking toy. He play with you and put you back on the shelf when he done with you. He put you out there when he want to play you. He don't never show love. Like, that's one thing I never seen him do with your video. Even when you go live and you try to convince him to tell him you love, like to say he love you or to kiss you and stuff like that. He don't even try to do that shit, shorty. And my thing is, if a nigga can't do that publicly, that means you are not number one. That means you are not his main chick. That means he's doing what the fuck he's doing. And you just the toy that he can keep breaking and putting back together. Because nobody else is going to deal with that bullshit. And I've been telling you, he been playing you. But now I say you going on live like, oh, he playing me. He trying to play me. He not trying. He been playing you, shorty. He been letting you know what the fuck this shit is. You just ain't seeing. Because you so caught up in your love, your puppy love. Because it's not love, boo-boo. This is, you're lusting over this man. It's puppy love for you. Like, real love, you don't have to do all this shit that y'all going through. That's not real love, boo. That's I mean, y'all in a toxic fucking relationship. And sometimes that toxic relationship is just fun and games for some people. Because at the end of the day, he know how far you go, and he probably really don't want that for a lifetime, shorty. Like, he don't want that for a lifetime. Right now, it's cute. Y'all getting your little fame. Y'all getting all y'all little you know, y'all getting everybody to talk about y'all and stuff like that. But he don't want you. He just gonna use you because you the only girl that's gonna allow him to use you. And it's sad. Wake up, baby girl. See what's going on around you. Get that bag and do for yourself. You don't need Blueface to get that bag. But it's sad because you signed to him. So he always going to get that moolah out of you, shorty. He always going to keep using you and do what the fuck he got to do. So anyway, back to the story. So she was saying that she noticed that he was talking to a Snow Bunny and all this other stuff and his baby mom. Shorty, baby mama not going nowhere. She just had a second baby while y'all together. Now, if shorty never had another baby, I can say he's done with that. But baby girl, he ain't done with his baby mom. She always gonna be in the picture. She probably gonna have baby number 3 on you. And she probably keep having babies because he have a connection with her to a point that he don't really disrespect her on live. Like, I don't really see him doing too much. It seems like he tries to be loving and caring to her more than he is to you. And that's sad, boo. That is so sad. But hopefully, sooner or later, boo-boo, you'll wake up. You'll realize that you can do a lot better than what the fuck you doing. And enough on that. Next thing I'm going to talk about, I seen a video viral about a woman from Texas. She was saying she was out with her husband. They went out to eat, did some things. And she was talking about she went back to the car and she noticed a napkin in her door. So she thought it was her husband playing a joke on her. So she ended up, she moved it, and when her husband got off the phone, because he was on an important phone call, when he got off the phone, she asked him, like, yo, babe, you put that tissue there? He was like, no, I didn't do that. She like, what you mean? He's like, I didn't do that. So she said a little bit after, you know, she moved the tissue and everything, got in the car, she started feeling some numbness in her hand and stuff. And she didn't know what was going on. So they decided to go to the hospital to get checked out. Come to find out, she came in contact with some type of poison.
I just want to share with y'all the experience that I had yesterday on my birthday. What started off as a great day turned into being one of the scariest moments of my life. My husband and I decided to go to Prospect Park on the north side of Houston for Taco Tuesday before we head to the spa. I never made it to the spa or to my birthday dinner because I was immediately rushed to the hospital. So I know y'all wondering what happened. After we finished eating, we walked to the car and I had a napkin sticking out of my door handle. So this isn't the actual napkin, but I just wanted to give y'all an idea of how it was sticking out the door handle. So when I saw it, I just picked it up with my fingernails like this and I tossed it out. I didn't touch the napkin, but guess what? I still opened the door with my fingertips. I'm a slick side germaphobe, so normally I wouldn't touch anything like that, but I did have a margarita and I don't know, I guess I just thought maybe my husband put it in the door just playing around or just trying not to let up. So once my husband got off the phone, I asked him, did you put a napkin in my door? And he was like, no. So immediately I started looking for the hand sanitizer. I'm like, oh my God. So he was just like, just go back inside, wash your hands, it's gonna be okay. I went inside, washed my hands, and maybe like 2 minutes later, my fingertips started tingling. And I'm like, dang, dog, I'm tripping. Let me just chill. It's not nothing. Got in the car. We started driving. I didn't tell him right away. I said, I'm just going to, wait a few minutes and see how it does. Then maybe after about 5 minutes, my whole arm just started tingling. Then it started to feel numb. I got lightheaded. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I got hot. It just was a whole bunch of different feelings at one time, and I started to panic. He calmed me down. He told me to just calm down, drink some water, just breathe. I took, deep breaths. He called 911 because we weren't in our normal area, so we didn't know like where the nearest emergency room was. So he called 911. And they kind of directed us to the nearest hospital. Once we got to the emergency room, I explained to them what happened, and immediately they brought me to the back, took my blood pressure and everything. They say my vitals were not stable, so they immediately put me in a room and gave me some fluids. They ran a whole bunch of tests. I had a CAT scan, just a whole bunch of stuff. I was there for about 6.5 hours. The doctor said I had acute poisoning from an unknown substance. I didn't have enough of it in my system to determine what it was. But just that little amount had me messed up, y'all. Like, so just imagine if I would have grabbed it with my full hand. Like, I probably could have been dead, dog. Like, so I'm just recording this to let y'all know, like, be careful. The doctor said it could have been a possible kidnapping attempt. So just for everybody, all the women in Houston and just everywhere, y'all, just be careful when you're out. Pay attention to your surroundings. Just be careful, be safe. Thank God my husband was there just to help me, calm me down, and bring me to the emergency room.
And they said she didn't come in contact with a whole lot that caused damage, but it was just enough to give her a little reaction from it. But yo, this trafficking shit, dog, is getting real. Like, ladies, if y'all see any type of weird shit on y'all car, whatever, don't touch that shit. Try to use something that use a pen, use something, I don't know. Try to use something, but don't touch it, y'all, because they really trying to get us. And it's sad. Like, I remember one time I went to Atlanta, y'all, And I ain't even gonna lie, like at that time, I didn't even know that they had sex trafficking big down there. So I called myself, going to a couple stores, and I was like, I'm gonna go clean my car out, do a little detailing and shit like that. So I'm at one of them little self-cleaning joints. So I'm sitting there chilling. So when I'm cleaning, one thing about me, I always peep my environment. Like I don't do shit without paying attention to things because I'm just one of them girls. I have all brothers, so I always gotta be on my A game. You feel me? So I peep when I looked up from I think I grabbed the hose to go vacuum my car out, and I looked. I seen a red van parked in the self-wash joint. So I was like, okay, I see them. I'm gonna keep an eye on them. So next thing I know, I'm in the car, I'm vacuuming, doing my thing, yada yada yada. The next thing I know, I looked up. The motherfuckers was next to me on the other side of the vacuum shit. No lie, y'all. Something inside me said, bitch, drop that shit and fucking go. Yo, no lie, I stuck to my instincts. I hurry up, drop that shit. I didn't even put the hose back. I dropped that shit out my car, closed my fucking door, and jumped in that driver's seat and got the fuck out. I mean, because my car did have Philadelphia tags, so they probably knew, like, yo, this bitch ain't from here. Look, we probably about to get her. It was like this guy and this boy. Like, he was like a teenager, though. But it was just weird to me, dog. And I was like, no, like, my instincts tell y'all, if you feel some shit, you go with that shit. Because you might fuck up and get caught up. You feel what I'm saying? But at that moment, my instinct said, bitch, drop that shit. Get the fuck out of here. And that's what the fuck I did. Because God knows, I probably would have been caught for sex trafficking. They probably would have got me. I don't fucking know. But I thank God for that, yo. Like, that was, like, it's funny because when I got home, I started reading up on Atlanta a little bit, and they were saying, like, sex trafficking was big out there. And I was like, oh, my fucking gosh. And when I thought about it, I was like, yo, they was probably about to try to get me, yo. They was probably trying to get a shorty. So, yo, ladies, be fucking careful. Kids, with your kids, everything. Because, nowadays, I don't feel like there's any discrimination towards sex. They probably take them in, too. So, men, be careful. If y'all see something that ain't right or unnormal situations going on, yo, get the fuck from out of there, y'all, because this world we live in is a fucking crazy world, y'all. But, that's my tea for right now. Until next time, hit that subscribe button.